Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be a cage tour of Pippin's new cage. So obviously most of you should know that Pippin and Bailey have had to be split up, and if you don't know anything about this then please go and watch my latest update video, which is my June updates I think. It's really important if you haven't seen it to go and have a look at it because I explain everything in it about having to separate them and things. But basically Pippin's got a new cage which is above Bailey's. We did put an extra level in so that they could live separately without having to kind of purchase another hutch or anything, and so that they could still have the same amount of room and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you his cage. Okay, so starting with the bedroom area, this is Pippin's bedroom, it's above Bailey's. We didn't have, unfortunately, the litter trays that Bailey and Casper and Marley have in there, so we've kind of improvised with an ordinary litter tray. And because Pippin's litter trained and needs to stay litter trained in this cage because there's no shavings, and well, every now and then he does have shavings but not very much, so one way to keep him litter trained is to make sure there's a source of hay near his litter tray, obviously. What I've done is I've kind of improvised a hay rack. So there was obviously a gap because this is a bit too small for this area. So I've got a piece of the gerbilarium, the old gerbilarium that I had. This is one of the levels, and I've just put it against the corner, put lots of hay behind it, and put this fiddlesticks bridge to secure it, so it's completely secure and you can't pull it out. And it just works as a kind of hay rack, similar to the hay racks that you see in Bailey's cage and Casper and Marley's cage, where they can just pull the hay through the gaps. So it works perfectly fine, and Pippin seems to like it, and it keeps him litter trained, so it works really well. So I'm kind of glad how that's worked out, even though it was all kind of improvised when we were making it up. So moving on to his living area, he comes through here. This is his bedroom, and he comes through here. This section, I call it his little balcony. He loves to lie on here, especially when it's a warmer day. I keep this completely bare because it's nice and cool when he lies on it, so I like to keep that as bare as possible because it's so smooth and cool for him in the warm weather. He really likes it. There's just one toy in here, and it's just his ladybird toy. Then he's just got a little step down from his balcony area, and this is kind of food area. There are a couple of toys here. There's a little jingly ball and a rattle and rope carrot toy. And then he's got his bottle at the back there, and the great thing about the bottle, as you can see, is because it goes through the roof there, it reflects light and acts as a kind of little lamp in his cage. So I think that's a really cool mistake. It acts as a kind of reflection and keeps it all nice and bright in here. Then we've just got a grass mat here with his food on, and it's just got his ordinary mix, and every other day or so the pigs get their forage, so he's got that in there. And then because this area is a bit too short, and like I said, I call it his balcony, for me that meant he was kind of missing out on this space really, because he can't exactly run up and down the whole space because he's got this slightly higher, and the reason for that is because Bailey's water bottle goes just there and kind of blocks it. So because of that, we did extend his cage so that it does have the same kind of play area. He has a slightly bigger cage than all the other pigs, which, you know, it's still, all the other pigs still got bigger cages, big cages, but Pippin's is slightly bigger. But he's the only one that could live up here because he's the only one that's toilet trained, and he's also the only one that's comfortable, well, he's the one that's most comfortable being with people and prefers to be with people. So that's why he could only live in this bit. So this is his kind of little outdoor run area. And this is why he had to go in here, because it's so open. It's got a top mesh bit, and this is another reason we did this, because this is slightly darker than Bailey's area and Marley and Casper's, because they're so open. We wanted him to have a space where there was a lot of light, so this is like a little run, indoor run for his cage. So he absolutely loves this area because he can see people so well and interact so easily with people because it's so open. So it works perfectly for Pippin. So it just has this little latch on it here. I'm going to be changing that to a bolt, but it's just for now. And this string just attaches on a screw up there, and that's how it opens. So I'll just open it out and show you everything inside. This is what it looks like. He absolutely loves this little area. I think this is my favourite area about his new cage too. So just in the corner here, I've just put a little teddy bear. Again, he's the only pig that can really have a little teddy bear or a soft toy, because he won't chew it. He'll just cuddle up to it, and that'll be pretty much enough for Pippin, rather than another guinea pig, because, you know, you guys know what he's like. But he does like to have a soft toy every now and then to cuddle up to, so I thought I'd add one in again, because he hasn't had one for a while. I usually have to throw them out because they get a bit dirty after a while, so he's got a nice new one in there today. He's got a hanging toy just at the back there. He's got his hay ball just here, and I like the fact that I can hang things from the top. He really does enjoy it in this area. It's kind of his play area slash sunbathing area. So he's just got a grass mat just there, some willow sticks, a rope carrot toy, and another rope and rattle toy, and that's all that's there. So that is Pippin's new cage. Like I said at the beginning, if you haven't seen my update video, then go and have a look at that, and you'll understand why they've been had to been split up. But this is his cage. It's quite big, as you can see. But like I said as well, he's the only guinea pig that can live there because it's so open, and he really enjoys it. He really likes living up here, and it is over 7 foot in length, so it's quite big. The other guinea pig cages are still, you know, they're still over 6 foot in length, so they're still quite big. It's a shame we can't have all the cages as big as Pippin's, but it doesn't matter. They're not really in their cages too often, to be honest. They're only really in there at night. But yeah, I know the pigs aren't in their cages at the moment, but at the end of this video I'll get a few clips of Pippin in his cage. So that's basically it. He's really been enjoying living here anyway, and he's really happy now, so that's the most important thing. And he's healthy as always, so that's always the most important. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing Pippin's new cage, and I'll see you all soon. Bye everyone.